Morning, guys. Got a couple of small projects we're going to work on today. Going to install the first BC35 wireless backup camera that connects to the Garmin Diesel 785. Also picked up Gladiator cabinet at Lowe's. They had them Labor Day special. They were like 90 bucks, so that's with the military discount. So I'm going to do that. Let's see. I got a triple toggle switch to power the camera and the lights, and then there'll be one slot open for something else if we need to install something else. Maybe a outside light for at nighttime that we could turn on. So maybe it'll work good for that. And then the one other thing I wanted to do is look at the way I have the 12 volt system tied into the truck. I think I've only got one leg tied in, so my amp hours would be equal to whatever one battery is. So I need to revisit that, which might be the reason for only being able to run, watch one movie or run the inverter for a short period of time before the low voltage warning comes on. But anyhow, I'll look into that stuff and we'll get started. Alright guys, I went over the batteries. The only thing that I noticed is that the breaker that I have set up for the inside of the shelter was attached here, and it should have been attached here. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference, but I swapped it out. Also cleaned up some of the other random stuff that was on here. I've got a little 24 volt trickle charger in here. I cleaned some of that up and basically set that up. Also, I found out some interesting information about the Eberspacher. Remember how I told you guys it was shutting down because I thought it was a low voltage thing? Well, it's not a low voltage thing. What was happening is I had the supply and the return lines reversed on the coolant. So what would happen is there's a sensor on this side and a sensor on this side. And so the sensor on this side wants to sense cool water coming in, coolant coming in, right? So it knows if it's supposed to go into high mode or low mode. And then on this side, that's where the hot water comes out. So there's a sensor over here saying, okay, we're heating it up enough, we could go into high mode or low mode. Well, I had them reversed, so what would happen is it would turn on and start up, and as soon as it sensed hot water, because the pump was reversed, so it was cool water coming in here and hot water coming out here, it would just fight itself and turn itself off. So since I reversed these lines, everything's running great. It doesn't care about the low voltage until you get below 10 volts. So I'm stoked. I've got the heater turned on in the shelter full blast. I'm testing it out right now, and we'll go in there and take a look. I turned the thermostat up to 73 degrees, and I'm seeing just putting it to the test. Holy crap, it's warm in here. It looks like it started at 60 and it's up to 72 in about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. And I have the fan up to, medium on here. I could turn it up more, and then when you turn it up like this to a really high setting, the Eberspacher kicks into high mode and really starts heating up the coolant. So it's bouncing between low mode and high mode. So I'm pretty excited about that. I decided on a location for the camera. I'm gonna punch a hole right here, and I want to put the camera in the center here, right underneath the drip rail. So I'm gonna start working on that next. All right, Willow got the Gladiator cabinet assembled, so that'll be going in next. Got the camera mounted, all the wiring ran. Can't really see it there in the shadow. Come up here. Hard to get a good angle on this, but there it is. I made my own bracket. The bracket that came with it was wimpy. And ran the wiring in here, And I already have 12-volt power for the little LED lights in here, so I bought a triple switch. And this controls the lights. And then this is the camera. Turn the camera on. And then this would be a spare. I'm probably going to take the light bar that's in the cab and put it back here. And so we'll have this in the winter when it's dark at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll have this little light we can turn on like an outdoor light. And I am not sure what this sill plate or drip rail is made out of, but I went through 3 drill bits and it seems like it's hardened stainless or something. It was ridiculous to try and get through it. Finally got through it and got that little bracket mounted. So let's turn the camera on and let's go up front and see what it looks like. I haven't adjusted the view angle or anything yet, but just want to give you guys an idea of what this looks like on the Garmin. It's not high resolution, it just kind of gives you a good idea of what's behind you. Kind of like the rear view cameras that are in the Subarus. Pretty handy. There it is. Ooh, it went away. Let's go back to, oh, it went right back to it. So I don't know what's bouncing back and forth. Going through the startup sequence. That's actually pretty darn good angle for seeing behind the vehicle. I'll probably tighten it down right there. So yeah, got that done. The next step will be getting that cabinet up. All right, got the cabinet mounted. Worked out perfect. So left the area on the top open so we can set stuff on it if we need to. The thing I like about this cabinet, and I didn't even know it had it, look at this, you can run wires in here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the Blu-ray player in here and run the wires out of there, I don't know, up the wall behind the TV and over to the receptacle here. We'll see, I'll figure something out. But extra storage space is always good. I even had an extra child safety lock to put on here. I'm gonna have to order more of these. I think this is one of the ones that we had that didn't work right, but yeah, they work pretty good. Move the coat rack over there. It's out of the way. It doesn't really, you know, we don't use our coats until the winter here coming up, so it should be pretty good. Then I moved that other coat hook to here for the shower and towels and whatnot. So yeah, just got to vacuum up all the metal shavings in here now, and that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, hit like, subscribe, turn on the subscription signal so you can see when I post new videos. Not sure what's coming up next, but there's always some surprises that come up. And I'm sure you guys will see something that you really like. So, alright guys, talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.